بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أعزائي الطلاب، أود في هذا المساء أن أشرح لكم بعض أجزاء اللغة الإنجليزية في الاستراكشر أو الجرامر، وهذا الدرس يتعلق بالconditional in English، ونبغى ناخذ introduction عن الconditional. Conditional are sentences that describe a possible situation and its result, and they usually have two parts. عندنا جزئين دائما في الإف conditional. الإف clause ما يسمى بالإف clause، وهذا يسمى the condition، وده main clause وهو ما يسمى بالresult. And there are four types of conditional sentences، وحناخذها مع بعض في هذا الجزء. نحب أن من خلال هذا الشاشة شوف معايا how to use the conditionals. في عندنا ما يسمى بالزيرو conditional، وأيضا عندنا first conditionals و second conditional و last one which we call it the third conditional. What does it mean by that? الإف clause it will be in the في البارت الأول، and the main clause it will be the result of this one. Let's go to the zero conditional. الزيرو conditional الfunctions أو الوظيفة تبعها يا ولدي. We use the zero conditional to talk about facts, results and things that are always true. إذا بنستخدم zero conditional when we talk about the facts or rules or things that are always true, and it will be like this. I will write for you if. This is what we call it the if clause. Sorry, let me see here. Yes, I will write down if plus, which is plus. سوف نكتب لكم هنا في جملة الزيرو conditional القاعدة which we call it if plus present symbol. هذا حيكون في المقطع الأول the first part which we call it this one we call it if clause. المقطع ده بنسميه if clause، the if clause the condition. في المقطع الثاني اللي هو بيكون إذن المقطع الأول which we call it the if condition اللي هو if plus present symbol. وفي الجزء الثاني اللي هو بيسمى the main clause أيضا حيكون معانا present symbol. إذن هذا ما يسمى يا ولدي اللي هو الزيرو conditional. إذن الزيرو conditional عندنا مقطعين. المقطع الأول اللي هو if plus present symbol، وفي المين كلوز حيكون أيضا عندنا present symbol. إذن الزمن اللي حنستخدمه في الإف conditional في الزيرو conditional بالضبط when we talk about facts or rules or things that are always true حنستخدم البريزنت سيمبل في كلا الحالتين. إذن مع الإف كلوز حنستخدم بريزنت سيمبل، وفي السكند حنستخدم أيضا بريزنت سيمبل. خلونا نعطي مثال حتى يتضح المقال. if you heat ice. هذه حقيقة علمية يا ولدي. if you أو ما يسمى ب scientific facts، ما يسمى ب scientific facts. عندما نقول if you heat ice what will happen؟ what is the result, what is the main clause. هنقول it melts. It what? Melts. Let's see the examples here. It melts. So this is the sentence. This is the sentence. It's what we call it. It's melt. It's melts. So first conditional. When we talk about first conditional or zero conditional, we have two parts. The second one we call it if clause, and this is the condition, and we use the times present simple. And the second one we also will use the present simple, which is both of them we can say or we can use present simple here and there. When we talk about facts or something like rules or things and things that are always true. Example, I told you here, if you heat ice, it melts. This is the scientific facts. Also, حقائق علمية ولدي. أيضا, let's talk about another example. Or if look at the verb heat here in present. We use with the verbs we use is if it's عندما يسبق بالهي والشي والإت، أو عندما يسبق بالآي واليو والذي والوي ما نضيف الإس في البريزنت سيمبل، كما يعني نعرف هذا الشيء. خلينا نعطيكم مثال آخر. If people don't drink what? Water. People don't drink water. This is what we call it the if clause. What is the result? What is the result? If the people don't drink water, it must be something which is real, which is fact, and always true. We call it if people don't drink water, they what? They get what? They get sick. Of course, this is what will happen if the people don't drink water, if the people don't eat good food. What will happen? What is the result? They get sick. Let's see here. Present simple. Where is it? A present simple in the verb. What we call it here. Look at the verb. Drink. What we call it, the drink, and also the present symbol in the second result we call it get. As we know, we have pronoun you, they, we, and I. With the present, we don't add s. I play, you get, you drink, they drink. But when add he or she, the subject, he or she or it, we will add s to the verbs. He plays, or he get, or he says. Okay? This is the first conditional, if conditional. What is it as zero conditional? We use the zero conditional to talk about facts, rules, and things that are always true. Example, or what is the rule of this one? The rule or the form, if plus present symbol in the first part, and the result or the main clause also we use the present symbol. If you heat ice, it melts. If you put water in freezers, what will happen? It becomes ice. We use it with the scientific facts or general truth. Okay, let's go to another one, which is, we call it the first conditional. We call it the first conditional. Okay, the first conditional. The first condition. What is the rule or what is the form of the first conditional? We use the first conditional for real and possible future situations. So we use it with what? We use it with the, as you said, real, and what? And possible what? Future. Let's future what? Situation. So this is how can we use the first conditional. If you want to use the first conditional, we can use it with the real or possible future. Let's see here that we use future in the zero conditional, present, and here present with the what we call it with the if clause. We will use present, and the main clause or the result also we use present. Here no, the first conditional we will use it with the real or possible future situation. And let's see here. Let's make the form if plus what? Present in the with the if conditional. This is the present. And also what we use a present, of course, sorry, present symbol, if plus present symbol, and in the result it will be what? It will be future. It will be what? Future. Well, future, what does it mean by future? We use well. This is the sign of future, well, and plus what? Plus of course verb. Plus what? Verb. Okay, what does it mean by a verb? Of course, the verb which coming after well, we can't use anything beside it. So the first conditional, what we use it with the present symbol and future, and it's talking about real or possible future situation. Examples. Let's see the example. It's so easy. عندما نقول if it rains, please listen carefully. If it rains, look at the verb rain here. We will add s. Why we will add s here? Because it's coming it before the verb. It, he or she. In present we must add s. Sometimes s, sometimes as, according to the end of the verb. So if it rains, this is the present symbol. This is the if conditional. What is the result? What will happen if it rains? Of course, tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow in future, of course. What will happen? We will. This is the future sign. We will what? Stay at home. This is the sentence. Again, the first conditional we said is talking about real and possible future situations. If plus present symbol plus future, which is will plus verb. Example, if it rains tomorrow, what will happen? We will stay at home. We will stay at home. Also, another examples. If I have, if I have time, what will happen? This is the if conditional. Present. I have. Present. If I have time, what will happen? I will with the verb call you. I will call you. This is the present symbol if I have time, and future I will call you, which is the result. سؤال or the question here, when we can use the first conditional, we can use it with the plans, predictions اللي هو خطط أو تنبؤات, or possible result in the future, or possible results in the future. The form of this one, it will be if plus present simple, and the result, it will be will plus verb. It's okay. So as you see here, how we use a conditional, we can use it, as you see here, with the zero conditional is use it for a facts such as the scientific, the realities. If you boil water, here present, boil, it evaporates. Also, all of both of these verbs is what is present simple. Let's go to the first conditional. The first conditional also is you refer to likely future outcome. Example, if the weather is bad, is here the present simple, what will happen? We will cancel the party. Okay, let's go to another one, which we call it a second conditional. We call it a second conditional. This is, we call it a second what? Conditional. Okay. What is it as a second conditional? A second conditional, we use the second conditional to talk about imagine or imaginary or unlikely or impossible situation. So here we will talk about something imagine. We call it what? Imagine, or we call it imaginary, or unlikely. So unlikely, or sometimes we call it or impossible, or something we call it impossible. So when you talk about the second conditional, it must be imaginary or unlikely or impossible what situations. إذن حيكون يا ولدي عبارة عن imaginary or situations. إذن حيكون عبارة عن imaginary, imagine يعني شيء خيالي, unlikely or impossible situation in the present or what? Future. In the present or a future. Okay, let's take the form. You have to see, please, attention to the form of the second conditional. If plus what? Plus past symbol. Here we use past what? We use past symbol. So in the second conditional, which are we are talking about imaginary or something unlikely or impossible situation, we use with the if conditional past symbol. And also we can use in the result, which we call it with. Why we use with here? It's not will, because it is past, in the past. We use with, of course, plus what? Plus verb, as I told you before. After will or with, we use just verb without any adding. So, إذن, this is the form يا ولدي. هذا القاعدة بالنسبة للسكند conditional. Let's take example. Easy example. Something like wishes or dreams or a real situation. When I say if I have, of course here I will not say have, I will say had. Why? Because in the past, we said in the past of have and has, it will be had. So if I had million what? $1 million. This is, we call it here, imagine, dreams. It's not real. If I have $1 million, here in the result, I will say what? I would or will, no, would. I would buy what? I would buy a new car. Example, a new car. It's real? No. It is real? No, I'm not talking about the real. I'm talking sometimes about wishes, tamannuyat, or dreams, or sometimes irreal. When we are talking about a real or dreams or situation, a real situation or wishes, here we will use the second conditional, which is talking about imaginary or impossible situation. We will use past simple with the if conditional, and the result we use with plus verb. So if I had, where is the past here? Had. If I had $1 million, what will happen for me? I would buy a new house or a new car. Another example. If we, let's say we here, if we were, where it's coming from be in the past, it will be was or were. Was with the he, she, it, I was, he was, she was, it was. So, but with the where, we use they, we, or you. If I will say here, if I were a bird. Let's say here this example. If I were a bird, if I were you, is it real, this one? I will become you and you will become me? Of course. أنت لا تستطيع تكون مكاني إنما هذا imagine or impossible. If I were you. Why we use here were? If I were you. Why we did not use in the past if I was? Because this is just here في هذا الجملة يا ولدي, لأن it's imagine, it's not real, it's dreams. So we will say if I were you. If I were you, what will happen here? If I were you, example, I will say if I were you, I would what? I would pass. I would pass the exam or test. No problem. Of course, why we said here if I were you? Because يا ولدي قلنا في a second condition